read, and these things were on your media. It was on Primetime News, it was on CVM News, it was on Nationwide, it was in the Gleaner and all of this. Jamaica, seek information for yourself. Don't let nobody tell you. Now, when we talk about corruption, all right, let us talk about corruption. The other day, a gentleman came out who was disgruntled. And he was disgruntled about what was going on. Then cheat him. Everybody know the man when me talk. Upper Central Kingston. Roe came out and he exposed a lot of stuff with evidence. He came out and he exposed a lot of stuff with evidence. Now the leader of opposition who is fighting corruption, until this point, we still have the gentleman as the mayor of Kingston and St. Andrew. We still have Dr. Dayton Campbell, or as we call him, the General Secretary of the PMP. We still have other person that was highly involved in this thing. Involved still in running on their ticket and still, you know, doing whereabout and so forth. Now, can we talk about corruption? If we're gonna balance corruption, if a JLP person do something wrong, just like when Ruel Reid went do and do, and everybody call and say Ruel Reid must go, and Andrew have to give Ruel Reid, maybe Andrew never want to do it because maybe Ruel Reid was a good education minister. However, due to the fact that he was involved in something that was unethical and that was against the constitution and against the country's policy and the party policy, Andrew had to remove him. And whether or not he go spend jail time, there are a lot of stuff that he would have lost in the interest of that. So I am saying, if we're going to talk about a party, and if we're going to talk about government and so forth, let us not talk it on the basis of dry lie, right? And repairing the breach, and anybody else, let me tell you this, and let me slam you guys right now, and I'm being very serious. You guys don't know your Bible. Because when you come and talk about Christian and come and talk about all of that, what Christian have to do? I am a Jamaican citizen. I was born in Jamaica. I am of the age to vote. I am of the age to make an opinion. I am of the age to talk about what I believe in. So you should be the shame, because you know the thing with some of Christian, where I talk about shame upon people and I go against people. Because some of them hypocrite in the heart. We're not hypocrite, because at the end of the day, you guys are the same one who are deeply involved in our heart. And you're not going to come out. Some of you not going to talk like me now, because some of you may offend people. And I am not going to offend anybody. I'm just going to talk when I talk and so forth. So when you come out talk about Christianity, don't get Christian involved in this. Jesus himself said, what due to Caesar, give it to Caesar. So if I see the Prime Minister working, and if I see a political party that I am affiliated with, vote for Christ. If I want to vote for Christ, nothing wrong with that, repair the breach. There's nothing I hate like that. When people come mix up Christianity and come talk about who are no Christian from who. I have a right, I have a voice. So if you want to go vote for who you want to go vote for, if you want to go do what that's your thing. That's why the Bible, look here, let me tell you this. You don't know why the Bible says everybody have to work out their own salvation with fear and trembling? Everybody have to work out your own salvation. Because the truth of the matter is, we are mash up the country. And we people then will say we are Christian. We the one we jump up and say we are Christian and we holy and we all of this. They are the one. That are you. That whatsoever you want to say, repairing the breach. Whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say. But Christians that are on my platform, I said it on my Facebook platform and I will say it here. Do not allow anybody to tell you about Christian this and Christian that and Christian that. I am a Jamaican. Me born in Jamaica. Right? Me born in Jamaica. Grow in Jamaica. Me pay me money in Jamaica. Right? Me pay money in Jamaica. Me work, and when me work, them draw out NHT, then draw out NIS, then draw out all of them, there's something there. Now, when I decide to vote, if I sit down and don't vote, and the entire other people then vote, and then vote in somebody that is going to go up there and do crap, right? Then at the end of the day, it affect me. It affect me. And if I can vote, and hear the next thing about it, hear the next thing about it, when I hear them talk about Christian and vote and all of that. Now, when we the Christian don't vote, right? And then when anything happen in the country, you hear the same Christian them attack and shut on the mouth. Don't say nothing. Silent no voices. Or they must say, oh, you can't vote. Oh, you can't vote, but you know, say nothing and you know, for this and you know that. Nobody can shut me up. I have a right. Me choose whatsoever party. Me choose to make whatsoever decision I feel like. And me make my decision. And when I come on a platform and I talk, I'm not talking on behalf of JLP only. I'm talking on behalf of the entire Jamaica. Because the truth of the matter, if PMP was in power, if PMP was in power and PMP was doing things that, you know, it is good for Jamaican, I would have given them the credit. That's me. I am a Christian and nothing can change that, no matter what people say. And that's why I'm glad to see, you know, people are called the road to heaven. And a full time for some real people just talk and blast these people when they come up with them crap here. Right? Because, not because, that's the thing, not because I am a Christian, oh, I am a Christian. We allow all of these things to come in the country, and because we want to be a society, we say we don't mix with them and we don't come here. Come on, man, foolishness will not talk. And if you don't know in the Bible, you well know God set up kings, and let me tell you this: God set up kings. There were kings throughout Babylon. Some of these kings were not Christians, but they had the policy. They had the power to rule over Israel. They were not all Christians, but God chose them. And even when they messed up, they were still the king. Look at Nebuchadnezzar. Look at what the other one named. The one that was going against the Jews. Look at him. Look at Saul. And look at others that were in the Bible. They were kings. They were kings, you know. And the kings were like politicians. Right? And Israel had to obey them. So if the king said this and the king said that, they would have still have to obey. And the Bible again in the book of Romans chapter 10 tell us that the something that does not, I think the authority does not bear the sword in vain. So when you don't come out and talk on my platform, if you don't come biblical and point out in the Bible, where the Bible say me not have a right, or the Bible say I should not say anything, then I will stop. But if you don't come over here and now go talk something, you can just take on a leave. Right? So back to what I was saying. So we're talking about Jamaica. Now, I could not just sit down and say, oh, me not go vote or the corruption because whatever. Because the truth of the matter is, I am seeing, and if we're gonna, let's be fact, right? Let's be factual about this. If corruption is the widespread of what's affecting Jamaica now, then it means that no one gonna, you know, say Jamaica is our leading Caribbean. You know that Jamaica is a leading Caribbean country right now. Let's talk about Jamaica before me even adjust these comments. Jamaica is one of the leading Caribbean country right now. Not only with tourism, but with a lot of stuff. Jamaica is doing great. I am proud of Jamaica. Saturday I was at an event, a Jamaica Independence event at the park. And I'm telling you, I'm proud to see the Jamaican them. And when I look within the territory, you will see that Jamaican, right? Jamaica is leading with a lot of things. When I talk about hospitality, when I talk about tourism, when I talk about other economic thingy, when I talk about crime, the President of America, the great Donald Trump, was able to say that Jamaica was able to congratulate Jamaica and the fighting mechanism of crime, right? So all of these things, and we need to count. We need to count achievement, because when one achieve, if it was the president of the PMP, Mark Golden, was the prime minister, yet and Jamaica was achieving, the whole we are achieving. If Andrew achieve, the whole we are achieve, right? So whatsoever it is, we achieve together. We are one nation. So don't let politics allow you to lose your moral. And this is what a lot of persons allow. Politics allow them to lose their morals. And then they get at you when you decide to stand up for what is right or stand up for the truth. People get, if I'm in my own organization, I will just tell you the truth. Politics allow them to get the best of it. So some of them know what talk about Christian. Listen, you see the person I will say that is a Christian repairing the breach, and everybody else who have the same belief. A Christian is a person that is clear in mind, clear in thought, clear in action. So nobody not have to question your integrity. Nobody not know what is on the inside. Because some of them, they know say in the inside they support a party. But on the outside they want to show say you're holier than thou. You're not holy, you're a hypocrite. You are an hypocrite. When a person can stand, and anything I stand for, anything a preacher can stand for. I tell anybody that. Anything that I preach, I can stand for. Anything. And if persons who talk about corruption, I can tell anybody this, that if I am to name out a lot of corruption that I have seen over the years, and that side where I talk about corruption, I am young, I grew up, as I said earlier, and for those of you who came on late, I grew up in a political area, and this is why I know about. You see, but tell you say he come as a hypocrite because now you say the Prime Minister is thief. As a Christian, what evidence you have to say that the Prime Minister is a thief? You see, you get what me and say, you see how the truth can come out right in front of your eye, the truth can come out. What evidence you have? Not even the leader of opposition had any evidence to say that the Prime Minister is a thief. No, you are coming on my platform to say that the Prime Minister is a thief. As a Christian that is bashing another Christian. You hear what I talk about? This is the high level of hypocrisy when we talk about. You get what I say? Right? So as I was saying, so there's a lot of corruption that we can literally talk about when it comes on to the party. And every political party have their ups and downs. No matter, you see when a person come and say, a person come and say, all right, so let me talk about that. Have he declared all he have yet? All right. So this person is asking a question. So let me educate you a little bit, repairing the breach, and let me explain to Cadian. Now, what is a declaration, statutory declaration, that the Prime Minister had to declare? Every government or public sector worker or private sector worker, as long as you're in the country and you're earning, right? All of what you'd have earned, remember, all of this would have been made as a declaration throughout. Now, it was reported that they could not find or they don't see where the Prime Minister did not declare, right? Now, when the investigation, I did say just now, if you want me to pull up the file, I can pull up the file. When the investigation was done, the auditing that PNP paid $30 million for, $30 million for, when they pull up it, nothing was found illegal against or illicit enrichment against the Prime Minister. Nothing of that. Why would the Integrity Commission, why would all of the other areas of branches of Jamaica be silent while the Prime Minister is reigning? Would Andrew Holness be that powerful than the Governor General himself, or the Privy Council, or any of these persons that they could not take him down? We need to think about all that we are saying. Go do your research. Check out all of them stuff there. The Prime Minister. Listen, if anybody, I am a Christian and I'm not talking bias now. I'm just being honest with this. I'm being honest when I say this. Honestly, when you look on the Prime Minister, anybody, and I'm not saying because of a JLP. My body run cold bump. I'm not saying this because of a JLP. When you look at the Prime Minister, I am not saying that he's the best, because every human, if you are a human being and you don't make mistakes, something wrong with you. If you are a human being and you don't make mistake, something wrong with you. But that's why God give us grace, that if we make mistake, grace is there to save us. Most of us who are talking, and most of those who talk on the other platform, They are the ones that are corrupt because guess what happen? They act like they never make mistake. Me a Christian and me preach. I don't think so me never make mistake. Every day, that's why when me get up, me can use Psalms 51 and say, creating me a clean heart, oh God, and renew the right spirit in me. And me talk to somebody who me never supposed to talk to them. And me say something where me never supposed to say. Me have to tell God and say, God, yeah what? Me say, God, yeah what? Creating me a clean heart, oh God, and renew the right spirit within me. All of we make mistake. So there's no, so even when they tell us that they come win and fight corruption, they are telling you that because they want to get in power. But at the end of the day, when they come in power, they are going to make mistake too, if they should. So you have to think logical when you think about these things. Don't think politics or look at it one side. Right, all right. Let us be factual. People talk about JLP. Let me narrow it down to my constituency. So let me come out of Jamaica and go in a my little constituency. The wider Jamaica and go in a mine. Now, 81 years, PMP have been ruling Southeast St. Ann. 81 years. 81 years. Now, if the PMP has been ruling, the first voting, PMP started 1938, right? PMP started 1938, JLP was formed 1943. Calculate, 1943. The first election was won by JLP after them go against the West Indies Federation, was won by JLP. And, after JLP win, then PMP come back. And that's the time that it start, until it came down to where it is now. And let us be frank. 81 years of winning, right? And there is no substantial development in a Southeast St. Ann. That's where I come from. So me can talk for the rest of people. Let me talk for myself. Now, when you go throughout, you start Southeast St. Ann, and where you're coming from, for those of you that are coming from, where call a place there? Yuatan. So coming from Yuatan, coming into Southeast St. Ann, right? And then if you're coming from Senance Bay, you're coming to Southeast St. Ann. Come from Lime Hall, you're coming to Southeast St. Ann. Coming from Alexandria, you come to Southeast St. Ann. Ty Dixon come down, Southeast St. Ann. Coming from Donna, where call a place there? Brownstone coming up, Southeast St. Ann. There are multiple. The largest constituency by far and one of the most loved PMP constituency is Southeast St. Ann. Now, when you check out the ratio of development in Southeast St. Ann for a party that have been winning for 81 years, there's not much development. I'm not saying, and again, I will not say Lisa have not done anything. She have done, but what is the result of the 20 years that she would have been serving as member of parliament? Right? People get things, but you know what happened? Because this is a PMP constituency. So if Lisa do nothing, do nothing, nobody not gonna leak out like that. Because the voice of the JLP members that are there, the couple people who said them a JLP that was in Southeast St. Ann then, them never have no voice at all because members say the PMP them outnumber them by far, coming from Seymour Mullins, coming from Asamba, coming from all of these person that was before Lisa. And now when Lisa come, because some of them too fear Lisa. So some of them fear Lisa and some of them fear to say, oh. So some of them know say there's no development, but guess what? I love my party. When I walk around to them, for me as a person who in there, and on election day, me work as a person for the JLP. And when I go around and I talk to a person, I say, why you have vote and you're not seeing no development? The drivers who drive will say they run taxi on the road. When I ask them question, why are you voting? Them I tell us straight, say, listen, my party that. And JLP are wicked. And you what them start do? Them start go back in the 1980s when this way happen and that way happen. At the end of the day, they are doing that while you, the young person, you, the underage, you, the person where just start your life, you are suffering from mistake where other people are make. Think about it. making the mistake. They are the one that make the mistake, you know. They are the one that is not holding their member of parliament accountable. So everything that they do, morning, cause what you doing? Everything that they do affect you. And them now look upon that. If you have a car and a drive through Southeast Centre, not to mention Fort George Road, some of Fort George Road for going Mackney, not to mention 9 miles, leaving 8 miles, going Prickapole, going to Swamp, and going to those places. If you see the place, there's no development. Let me even go as far. There are places in Southeast Centre that some person have been using illegal light for how much years. And at this the other day, I see them come and see Lisa Anna come out now. And all the time when these person come in power and on the PMP ticket, they say that, oh, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And because they're comfortable because, oh, this is a PMP area. They know water, not to mention water. In our little territorial alone, whenever time there is drought, whenever time there's drought, some people up here are talking and them talk about Christian and talk about PMP and talk about this and talk about that and bash me, you know. But let me tell you this. You see, if you never feel it, if you never feel mosquito bite, you not clap on yourself. The only time some people clap themselves are when mosquito bite them. So if mosquito no bite you, you're not going to clap yourself. So you can't say anything what you want to say. But the reality remain. We remember going to Parish Tanker other place. Leave and I go Parish Tanker 9 mile and they lock Parish Tanker 9 mile. They lock Parish Tanker Calderwood. They lock Parish Tanker Alva. They lock the Parish Tank them at the other areas. Not even water. And the reason why, for those of you not understand, the reason why people when I support why Lisa Anna nearly lost his seat in 2020 when the election run. One of the reasons why Lisa nearly lost her seat, I can tell you that. And if you go back, if you should go back to all of the video, I was one of the person who stood out at the office and tell them, say, listen, this a man you have to run. When Ryan Simpson decided to run on the JLP ticket, Ryan Simpson came up there, and one of the things that Ryan Simpson was doing, Ryan Simpson was trying to bridge that gap in bring water. And that's what the people they wanted. In bring water, in try to bridge some gap. So person say, oh, you know, we are going to work with that man here. And we decide, say, we are going to give him a chance. That was the time we decided, so we're going to give Ryan Simpson a chance, you know. And the entire Southeast sentence said that man, you look like somebody where we are going to give a chance. And I can tell you, and we can almost declare that Lisa did not win. We can almost declare that. But anyways, we left the other part to God. But I am saying to you on this platform, when we are talking about things, let us do a research, let us get the facts straight, and don't just jump up and talk about, oh, me I say this and me I say that because of this and because of that. Me not believe in the deity thing. You know what I believe in? I believe in honesty. And I know that honesty goes a far way. They always tell me, say, honesty is the best policy. Right? There's one person in Southeast Centre that come and work and gone that I will give my support 100% time without anything, and that is Lydia Richard. And me tell you from when my mind changed from them, from PMP. That lady that named Lydia Richard, she's a counselor, right? Lydia Richard is a counselor. Before me really, because I was young, just come out of high school, just I could get my national ID. So I would have just gotten my national ID and I go start vote now. So you know, say, and I am a deep thinker. Me think about things. Me not just get up on me. When you hear me talk, I submit on. Me think about any decision that I'm going to make. That's me. Right? I've gotten up, went to a meeting. They had a political meeting once. And I went to the political meeting. So it seems like they had some issue, the councillor, because remember at one point in Southeast Centre, the 3 of the councillors out of the 4 councillors were not dealing. So Lisa Anna and the councillor from Claremont, Manig, and Benson they were not dealing. No, that's what allowed the councillor Manig, my good friend, to lose in seat. So now Southeast Centre went down. Southeast Centre went down to only 3 PMP councillor and 1 JLP councillor. That was the history in Southeast Centre. Now, when I went to this meeting, and they call it delegate meeting, and I was there, and it seems like they had a dispute before. But the Lisa Anna talk and talk and talk and talk. When it was a time for the councillor to get up and talk, Lisa Anna said, well, everybody in favor for me to remain as the next as the chairman of the the constituency. And our followers them say, yeah. And him cut off the woman. He cut off the one. He don't even allow the woman to say nothing. And that was when I said, no, but me can't support this. Because at the end of the day, me not actually hear nothing way whatsoever. Anyways, it happened that they had a runoff. Right? And when they had the runoff and thing, it ended up that she did win back as the member of parliament. Right? And from that time, thanks cuz, from that time until now, me I tell you, say no development. And see Lydia come, trust me, you see that councillor work. And when the woman work, you don't know what they do to the woman? Then take the woman out. Guess what? Then take the woman out. So that is just to show you. That is just to show you the intention and of audience here. So anybody will really want to see difference in your country or difference in your area etc. You have to understand, say, you have to take your mind out of what you're used to and put your mind into what is best for you. And that's what I am doing. So me tell my family member, me say, well, uno can support, uno feel like to support. Me not tap uno, me not say uno can support. But at the end of the day, think about what is gonna enable you to have a better future. And there's nothing that I do for myself. I do it for my family, I do it for my community. That's me. So when me talk about politics, nobody no thinks say me depend here look nothing. I choose the Jamaica Labour Party not because of myself, but because I said I want to see a change in Southeast St. Ann. And if the person wins Southeast St. Ann that is running for JLP, and him come and him decide say nah do nothing, him a go to. Me not support him. He have me 100% support. No. Him have me 100. When me tell him say have me 100% support. No. But if we elect him and he win, and him come farm a fool, then him a go to. That's what you're supposed to allow a person to see. They need that they're not comfortable. When you don't make people comfortable, that's the time they come and then give no crap. Xavier mean. Alright, our constituency border, where I live, my communities are areas bordered between Xavier main constituency and Southeast St. Ann. Hello, so when you look down at Southeast or down at Southwest St. Ann, Xavier main do things down at Southwest St. Ann. Me I tell you, say done they look like a place. Alexandria is developing. Right? It's developing. Now, yeah, Xavier do a lot of things, but that does not take out the fact that there's still stuff to be done in Southwest. Because the truth of the matter, we know say politics are politics. And we know say government not gonna reach everybody at once. But what I'm saying, put the effort. Calculate. Alright, let us calculate. Me show you something. Those persons who come from Southeast St. Ann that are here watching or viewing, let us talk truth. Calculate the time it will take from Prickle Pole. Those of you who know Prickle Pole, calculate the time it will take from Prickle Pole to carry to Sinnans Bay Hospital versus the time that it will take you to reach drive through Alexandria to go down. Right? These are things that we have to think about, you know. So when we are talking about politics, we not just talk about politics because me love green or because you love orange. Talk about politics because at the end of the day, when you vote in a government, the government will have to. Last night when we hear Angela speak, and this is just me now. Yes, it fixed up. And the other day, then go open a new part in the Alexandria Hospital. And right now, dear, so we have to go. Which, if we have any bigger emergency than Alexandria Hospital, right? Because we know that Alexandria will send you down Sinnans Bay. Depends upon the thing, right? Now, the next thing that we have to look on, in Southeast St. Ann, for those of you who come with Shakwana doctors done there now. Doctors done there. So why you think the government would have waste money and fix a place? And then you could not put doctors at a place that was not. It come like you put you have 1 million police in a one place where their service is not directly needed there, and then the wider area suffer. So what they did is to put more stuff done there, right? Put more facility there, whereby when you go there, you will be able to be assessed properly there than the other place. But let's look at my constituency, as I'm on the topic of my constituency, right? Down Southeast St. Anne, we have large enough facility to put a state-of-the-art health center. And you hear what I call it? A state-of-the-art health center that will benefit the larger Southeast St. Anne. All the adjoining areas. Remember, you know, in one community we have how much adjoining districts, right? So with all of those stuff, what year your father died, Shaquana? When I went something in power, I went PMP in a power, your father died. Anyways, that's the thing. All right. So if they put in enough facility, right? And if the facilities are put in place whereby you can say, all right, then you are all a sort. All right, look at Beach and Ville. For me, you know, Beach and Ville Art Academy, you know, can also be upgraded, you know. It can also be upgraded into a better than what it is now, because it is one of it is home to one of the largest constituency, and everybody knows a skill is well needed, right? Also, one of the things that they could have target, for those of you who know about Southeast Centre, again, let me tour no, because I not only talk, I tour no. In Southeast Centre, we have Macney, we have Fort George, we have Coley, we have York, right? So Macney, Coley, York, we have Concord, we have Pedro, that's 5, right? We have Benson, we have Harmonyville, McDowell, Gravy Hill. All of those parts are the lack-off section. When we call the lack-off section, I'm going to mention Jomeli and all of those places, right? That is also included in Southeast St. Anne. Now, those persons up that side have 2 options. Either to go to Kellits, and Kellits is not in Southeast St. Anne. Kellits is in, I think, Northern Clarendon, right? That's a different constituency. Those persons have to come to Claremont, would be the main town for these areas, right? Now, 8 miles is a part of Southeast St. Anne. 9 miles, part of 9 miles is a part of Southwestern St. Anne. So Xavier main control part of that. Now, benefits, right? When Southeast St. Anne people say benefit are going, a whole heap of the same PMP them run down a Xavier office, you know. Whole heap of time they run down a Xavier office. And nothing is wrong with that, because at the end of the day, is for Jamaica and is for everybody, PMP, JLP. But the truth of the fact, if you cannot hold your member of parliament accountable, then the truth of the fact is that you're not supposed to vote. You're supposed to cancel. Listen, me man, a long time you're in a power, a long time a party in a power up here, they now do nothing, so time for me make a change. And this goes for both PNP and JLP. However, I can, just like Andrew now, if me never see Andrew do anything, me not say Andrew forgot to. Me I tell you the truth. If me did see Andrew, if me never see Andrew, right? If me never see Andrew do something, I would never be a supporter of Andrew Holness led government. I would never. Right? And these are what I'm talking about. Me see the man are trying very best to represent Jamaica. And I understand the PMP. Me not go on like me not understand. I understand that that is a party. I understand that you don't want to be in power. I understand that for you to be in power, right? I understand for you to be in power, then it means that you would have to do everything in your might. Tell lies, spread propaganda, do all of those things. But at the end of the day, we don't want that. What we want to be able to be in a country. Because some of we will up here talk, and some of we will bash me, and some of the people when you say come cross and gone, we talk about me and Christian and all like that. Some of we know from heaven to earth, so we could never sit in at the seat of the Prime Minister. Some of we know from heaven to earth, so some of we could not be trusted with money. Some of we know from heaven to earth, so some of we could not stand to represent not even a small portion of people. Right? So, well, we have to be logical in our thinking. We have a choice to make. Election call, we have a choice to make. Right? We have a choice to make. And however, your decision, right? But Shakwana, none of them can be trusted with money, but let us be honest. Politician and politician, let us be frank. That's out of the ball. Politician and politician, right? But at the end of the day, let us talk about the development. When you vote in a government, whenever we vote in a government, right? Whether at the local level or right? When we talk vote in a government, let us look at the local government election that just win, right? So local government just win the other day. Oh, somebody said, but who said that? What Bible verse said that though, Matty Bless? Because I hear a lot of persons say Christian must not mix in politics. What Bible verse said that? That's one of the things that we definitely would have to find out. Because I tell person that I don't quote things unless it is biblical. And the Bible says what due to Jesus took up a coin and he showed them the coin. He took up a simple coin and he showed them the coin. He said, whose head is on this coin? And he said, what due to Caesar? Give it to Caesar. That is a quote that a lot of us use every time. What due to Caesar? We know why Jesus said that. Right? So if you're a Christian and your voice is not able to be heard, then what is your purpose? Because the truth of the matter is, Christians supposed to have integrity. And if you cannot make a decision that is best for you or your country, it means that then something is wrong with integrity or where you stand. When you hear me attack, anyway me attack here, say no. When you realize me not curse no bad word, when you realize me not tell no lie, anything when you hear me say, are the facts so no can go pull up or no can go look. I will never do that because it's gonna go against my Christian belief. So I will not do that. But when it come on to the truth, I will present the truth to you. And when I stand up in front of a platform to preach, my conscience must be free. And the truth of the matter is, I hate suffer. You don't know why I am a community person. Me go out of my way, go get representative to come on my community. Me start programs to benefit the youth in my community. Me go out and get in representative and keep meeting and keep that. That's the type of person I am, right? And because I am that type of person, right? It end up that me have to put my country first. I mean, have to ensure that anybody that I'm going to put my finger in the ink for, I can hold them accountable. If I cannot hold my leaders accountable, then it doesn't make any sense. You have to hold the leaders accountable. You have to stand up for what is right. So it's not about for us to get up and say that we're not going to support a party because we are Christian. That is wrong, because you know the truth of the matter is when the thief them broke the church, we don't want the service of the police. All of the Christian them, let me talk to you. When the thief them broke the church, we don't want the service of the police anymore. Cause thief broke church, so I lie me I tell. A lot of churches suffer the hands of thieves. When the gunman them shoot pastors and shoot Christians, because yes, we know say God protect we, but we know say we suffer the hands of those. What about when other persons in the country, Christians suffer a lot of things? Talking about money, talking about scamming. Scamming is one of the most disease where it out a lot. Christian get scammed too. When I get what I say, so there's a lot of things that affect Christians in the country, and this is why again I say to you that if it's not biblical, do not use it. Anything that you're gonna say and it's not biblical, do not use it. The Bible in no way tell you that you cannot support a political party or a political system. What the Bible said that we should do is that we must walk worthy of the vocation to which we are called, meaning that integrity must play a vital role in any decision that we make. If integrity is not a part of the decision that we're making, do not make it. If you're gonna do something, and when you're gonna do it and so forth, you know, say, I know something that is ethical, do not do it. It must have some principle and some foundation behind it. And that's why I am a person, I will say it again, anything that I do, I am, all right, hear me, I could have been one of the people, let me know, who say, I love JLP, I'm not talk about it, or I love PNP, I'm not talk about it, you know. But that is hypocrisy. That is hypocrisy. If me see what me need to talk about, I'm gonna talk about it. And if you say that you're a person, nothing is wrong. If you say, oh, you don't want to talk about politics because sometimes some people eagerly, you know, talk all kind of crap and then stuff there. You get what I say? Exactly. Cup. Southeast Centre become a big. So everybody just run in and no farmer. And then we as the young people, we're in the place where decide, say, all right, yo, we can make a decision. And when we make that decision, yeah, if it's a case where, as I said, no, but Shekana, we don't see that. I have seen more development in Southeast St. Ann, in Southwest St. Ann. Southwest St. Ann than what I've seen in Southeast St. Ann. There's none in Southeast St. Ann. And remember, Xavier only served for 2 terms. Remember, the Southeast St. Ann member of parliament served for 4. Xavier trying very best. And as I said, let me repeat what I said earlier. There are still areas for development in Southwest St. Ann. So though we give Xavier a lot of credit, we know that they're still here because guess what? The man now go reach everywhere one time. But at least you can see what he's doing. But over Southeast St. Ann, me really not see much of what was done. And I'm not saying, hear me out, I'm not saying that nothing was done. But I don't see much of what was done. That's the difference. Exactly. And when they come and then get chicken and you don't eat, you go back out of there. I say this all the while and somebody when some enough to say it. I say this all the time. I said, you know the reason why PMP said that they're for the poor? Because I realized the mindset from my constituency to Jamaica at large. Those persons that represented the People's National Party before I was born, before Walipawi that is Walipawi the Panya, before Unaban, those persons that have been supporting the People's National Party, some of them did a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna tell you, they did a lot of stuff for them. So then all that against them and say, remember say when Mullins give you this. Remember say when Asamba give you this. Remember say when the one they give this. Nothing wrong, you know, because you can't be ungrateful. But at the end of the day, for this generation that born in the 1996, 1990, 1997, coming up, 2000 coming up, that is able to vote. They are not looking, remember, I don't know if only I come into know Seymour Mullins. Anybody here when know Seymour Mullins? I think when I was going to basic school, when I was small going to basic school in Pasture one time, right? And that was like long time ago. Me know Asamba still alive, so me don't know Asamba. But like the one them will come from long before, me don't know them. So every time I go come and I go talk about at this me not even know Michael Manley. Oh, Michael Manley used to do this and Michael Manley used to do that and all of them they sitting there. Wanna get what I say? So all of these things are the things that will affect us. And we get up every day and we say, oh yes, me a BMP. Come on. Alright, let us move from my constituency and go back to our leader of opposition. We have a very ambitious leader of opposition. May I find a nice word. Right? We have a nice leader of opposition. Good leader of opposition. Now you want me to say good leader of opposition. Over the past from the last election that Peter Philip lost the race. This is Mark Golding first election contesting, right? I'm first election. I'm first election. Oh yes. May I try remember? At the first election this Mark Golding I go run, right? Okay, yes. So Southeast Centre, may I say Southeast Centre? Mark Golding, first election. Given that he would have gotten the head of the PNP leadership from the last election. Until this point, I don't know about you guys on here. Put PNP aside, put JLP aside. Any of you hear something that grab your attention from our leader of opposition who is aspiring to be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica? I'm gonna be honest in yourself. Nobody tell me yes because you're PNP. And nobody tell me yes because you're JLP. I'm gonna be honest. And I'm not talking because I prefer the JLP party. I'm just being honest. I've listened to him. When they are party meeting, me listen to them. Why me listen to them? I am listening for something. Where me can say, say they have a point. Say if the man win, he have a point or it will benefit us. Oh, to be honest with you, I don't hear nothing on now. All I've been hearing from Mark Golding mouth from the time election fever start come up. Mark Golding have been talking about Andrew Holness. Bank account. All Mark Golding get up on every day, Andrew Holness bank account. Andrew Holness bank account. Me I go lock up Andrew Holness if me win. Andrew Holness are corrupt. Andrew Holness this, Andrew. Me not hear the man come, alright, come and say, alright, you are Jamaica. If you choose me to be your next Prime Minister, these are my main points. Make it register as somebody mind and somebody sit down and say, you know, say, I feel like me to give that man their chance. And then his followers are the same. Right? The other day I heard him said something. I heard Mark Golding come on a platform and he was at one of their party platform. And him said that me him said the other day say may I try remember it. Me don't tell no lie upon them. Oh yes, he was saying that the macro economy is good and yeah we pay off with debt and all of that and so forth. But if you as a leader of opposition, tell me truth now, can come up and can say the government pay off debt and the macro economy is good, that means to say you tell me say something good that go on in the country, then why do I need to vote for you? I'm gonna be honest in yourself. Talk to me. Why do I need to vote for you? You tell me everything good, so I don't need to vote for you. You're not presenting any facts. You're coming and all you keep on attack. Right? Exactly. Alright. Me just say that the Rasta have a better chance, because the Rasta, he educate and him still make a party, turn them in a one piece, what you call him. Because him as an educated man, right? Because me tell you the truth. Me can't follow back as somebody who can't lead. If you cannot lead, right? On talk truth now. If you cannot lead, I am not following behind you. Me in a church, I'm a Christian, right? Me in a church, I'm a Christian. Let me tell you the truth. If me have a pastor and the pastor can't lead, me not follow him. If me have a bishop and the bishop can't lead, me not follow him. Me, I follow somebody that is able to lead me better. Me not supposed to go down one road. You don't get what me I say? And they know the only reason why you hear them say they're united. They don't want PNP look bad because they love them party. But we know. You understand? We know, say deep down behind that, certain things don't really capacity done there. We know, we can't see it. Jamaican can't see it. So things are set over there. The way, they expect it. However, think about this. Now, when I look the taxi business, where him say I'm gonna run taxi the other day. It's like you're sending a message, right? And the message that you're saying, how does it benefit Jamaica? And if those of you who support, respect Andrew Holness, right? Those of you who support Andrew Holness, understand this. Me tell you the difference between Andrew and Mark Golin. When I say Andrew Holness is not a push round. That's what I like about him as a prime minister. Nobody push on Andrew Holness. Nobody push him on. And as a prime minister, I admire that that's one of the leadership quality that I had. No matter what pressure they put on him, I realize he still remain and make nobody shift him from in focus. And you ever realize when him attack, cause I'm an observant person, Me really observe. Somebody asked me how much Andrew do for me. How much he do for me? Yeah, me tell you how much he do for me. Me tell you all what Andrew do for me. Andrew allow me in 2016 as you came on late, so let me repeat myself and for the rest of you. In 2016, when me I work at volunteer at one school, Andrew Holness led government bring in what you call the register apprenticeship program. They formalized it and led it into a program that enabled a lot of young persons at the time, like myself, to be able to get a skill, earn while you learn. And then at that time, I think before that they were not paid NHT and all of those stuff. They put NHT on it, they put vacation on it, they put all of that on it. Now me as a little apprentice, after I finish work, I get my stipend. After I finish work, I get back my savings. I get all of those, right? There were other programs. I benefited from a program that they introduced, the summer work program that they introduced. I benefit almost 3 times from it until it passed me age. All right. I benefit from other one-off program from time to time, contract programs. No, I did not benefit because I am associated with a party, right? I benefited as a young person who see the need and need to better myself, right? Now, there are other things. Now, one of the next thing right now why me tell you say the old program, it is now called. One of the next thing that me can tell you say me benefit from the government from is the one that they are doing now. You see the student loan thing? How much person upon you so understand that how that I got benefit Jamaica and the student loan bureau where them remove guarantor. And remember how some people have to go around a call and a beg people for be guarantor. No, you don't have to beg nobody for be guarantor for you. You don't need guarantor. These are what you vote for. Now vote for the promise to say them are going to clear our student loan debt. Because that is not something that you can hold on to. It better you say, all right, then you make me go where me can sign my own thing and me can go in at that. Now, Danville, let me tell you, Danville. The last time, let me tell you why me know say Jamaican wise up. And people like Danville, them not gonna get it, because them associate with a party and not with the reality of life. In 2020, when COVID-19 came, when you remember when COVID-19 came, and the slogan of the PMP was sweep them out. And the PMP, anything what me talking of, me use facts to talk. Me not just come up here and talk because I want to talk to people. Me come up here and talk facts. And if you don't believe me, you can go do no research and get on information and come back to me and tell me say me wrong. The PMP use the COVID-19 pandemic to suppress people, to tell them that the government not care about them and that they need to take them out. You remember that? I remember how them use the same thing when Danville come with. I hit me, I go come and thank you, Danville, for help me bring up my point. And I remember how them say, oh, Andrew, lock up people. And in COVID-19, after when the election was called, they were the one who tell Andrew to call the election. And it was constitutionally due. And Andrew did call the election. And when he called the election, Andrew Holness won the election. Why? Because Jamaican people saw not only that a man will want power, but they saw a potential leader. They saw a prime minister that mean well for the country. Now, we are going to have a repeat of history because a lot of persons are more open to Andrew than even in COVID-19. A lot of persons understand that government, that when we talk about government, right? A lot of persons understand that when we talk about government and so forth, it's not just a one-off thing. It's a two-way stream. All right, remember Floyd was popping champagne, talking about no movement days. All right, what did Andrew Holness do to Floyd Green? You see, some of we want, so you see, me tell you, oh, some of we Jamaican tan. Some of we not really, you know. Some of we want, Andrew Holness, put on the member of parliament, them head path black and chop them off one by one. And so we want, you know, at them, they we want to happen, you know. Floyd Green did something that opposed the principle of the party and the leader. And what did the leader do? The leader remove him. The leader remove him from the from his ministry. Remember, it was afterward Floyd Green actually get back a post in get back his ministerial post. So all of these things, he man do something. What do you think about the topic of integrity? No. Perfect. Joey B. Perfect question. Integrity. Now, integrity is a open stream gap. I cannot be honest and have to come and tell you that I am honest. Evidence prove that I am honest. My action prove that I am honest. Now, on the basis of the Integrity Commission, after the $30 million paid for and paid audit was conducted, the result came in and the result proved itself. So that's why the Prime Minister can stand proudly. You realize during all them talk about Andrew Holness finance, Andrew not say nothing. When I realize that first me here, Andrew officially spoke about his finances. First me here, and it was last night. Him allow people say all what they want to say. And him keep what him believe, and he make the results speak for themselves. Anyways. They did pay to. Danville, they did pay to. Truth and labor rights don't go together. You mean say truth? You mean say truth and pay? Alright. So this person when named was say truth and labor rights don't go together. Now, let me ask a question. Why didn't the leader of opposition remove ask the Kingston mayor to resign the other day when his name was calling corruption? Or Dayton Campbell? Anyone of you can answer it. Danville, you can answer it. Any one of the PMP followers that are here listening to me can answer. The evidence came out with even audio. The entire Jamaican could hear the audio. Right? And other stuff came out. And why didn't your opposition leader remove the mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, and the other rest of them from the their posts? They are still there. Andrew Swaby is still the mayor of Kingston and St. Andrew, and his name was in corruption. Dayton Campbell is still the PMP Gensec. His name was in corruption. Why are they still there? Other persons are still there operating under the PMP ticket. Their name were mentioned in corruption. What are we going to say on this platform to Jamaican people? Are we going to say that the allegations were a lie? When there was voice note, was there any proof? Of course there were proof. And this is why at the end of it, right? This is why at the end of it, they went to court. Or not to court. This is why at the end of it, Mocha, and those stuff get involved. Now, the next thing that we have to, there were audio that was there to say of the transaction and all of those stuff. And we don't hear nothing. And you realize that the JLP person, they speak about it on their platform, but then you realize it was not a big topic on the JLP platform like how we hear the PMP talking about, oh, Andrew this and Andrew that. Now, the next thing that we need to talk about again, the next thing that we need, audio was there as a proof, other evidence was there as a proof, right? Now, the next thing that I must ask again. The other day when the illegal bleaching cream them were found at the PMP office. Oh, I don't hear them come out and say, oh, it was who brought it there and who is to be charged and all of these things and all of that. When we talk about corruption, anybody is able to step forward and say, listen me, I am holding you. Just like how me say, Ruel Reid mess up and you take him out. Fly Greenway mess up at that time and you take him down. Right? What the nature of what happened did not allow him to lose out of parliament or lose anything of that sort. But there were penalty to him. There are other person that mess up and you have to remove them or ask them to step down. Now, the next thing that I must say, right? As it regards to politics overall, who mediate determined that those were indeed proof. Oh, these are things, remember they are under investigation until this point. They're still under investigation. And guess what? They will have to pay. Don't think that they can get away, no. And this is why, you see, the truth of the matter is with us Jamaican. Not because we don't hear, no, and because we were looking to hear, say, Andrew Holness. Say, but, you see, nobody can prove that Andrew Holness was illegal in anything. But we jump up and we jump with it. So now, you hear the question, Jamaican may have 117 people. Me have 121 people, 122 people upon here. Now I ask, you see how everybody talk about Andrew a thief, Andrew a that when they have no evidence. Now when you the PMP them ask question about when them in anything wrong, when their name caught up in anything wrong. Right? When you hear them can this take out the municipal money in almost, then do it at Westmoreland, then do it at St. Catherine, and then do it at Kingston and St. Andrew. And I think there was a next one that me had the name call and so forth. All of these things are illegal. These are corruption and and it wrong. From the wrong, it wrong. From the wrong. I see alright, so I see asks. No, my question to you, Danville. Did IC get their forensic auditor? Did they pay $30 million to get a forensic auditor? Answer that question for me, Danville. I want him answer. Did yes or no? Did they and you know why me never trust the IC too? Let me tell you why me never trust the IC. And up to this point, me still not trust the IC. The IC, the PMP administration or the PMP seems to the audit say that Andrew Holness was free from all the allegations. All the allegations. The account, the 28 account fraud, we want to talk about the man of 28 bank account. It was said that that was a lie. That was a lie. Right? And in his finances, there was nothing seems to be illegal about it. That was what the audit proved. So you can go back and check it. No, man, you can go and read it. You can go and read it. And it is on other public platforms, so you can read it. Now, as I was saying, so me even lost thought of, no man, you can read it. There's no need, honestly, anything that opposes PMP precepts and belief, them I tell if you go study and tell if you go read, and then I understand. All right, I am a person like this. I don't need to study what I don't need to pass an exam because that is just waste of time. Right, so I was about to talk about the IC and the PMP. Now, the IC and the PMP are this. If Jamaican really watch the operation between the IC and the PMP are this. You believe me? And so, you watch the close relation between the IC and the PMP how they operate. Whenever time the PMP come out, before the IC come out and say anything, the PMP first have the information. The PMP was able to say that who is the illicit 6 that was sent to Parliament before the IC officially come out and say that. Say person sent to Parliament. So then so close and then say them an integrity commission. Or them an integrity this and integrity what? Come on, man. Jamaican people are not fool. And we are not allowing, believe me, young people that is able to vote, middle-aged people, people who have sense. Listen, we want a Jamaica. We see you Jamaica there right now, right? Make Andrew Holness come in at the third term and decide that I am going to back down at the end. This is my last election. I will not see. Make him man work, finish what I do and decide. And if he not decide, say him a back down and he still a work good, then we will still support Andrew Holness. So it doesn't matter. You know who is cheering for PNP? All the PNP supporters. And you can't take that away from them. But well-thinking Jamaican who see the need, who need to be a part. Oh, let me tell you something about PNP. Let me tell you about PNP. And if they depend on me, I tell you the truth. So you can even take it and run with it. Or not remain with it. PNP, a plan, some of them have their visa ready. Some of them supposed to have citizenship somewhere too. So you see, if they win, God forbid, that not going to happen here. I just tell you now. If they win to win, the one them will vote them in run gone left Jamaica, who not there. Them are got run gone left Jamaica. And left who know the people them we I got struggle. They left for no yeah. So no think about it. Them are gonna run left for no. So no think about it. You understand? And I can guarantee you, all the year the PNP, them will love PNP, a bash JLP, and a bash Anjo. I can tell you this is a fact. That is same one them when Anjo win, and them same one benefit from Anjo. They only a bash because they love their party color, and they want their party to be in a power. Right? But we Jamaican who think that, listen, it is more than just a party. It is more than just a love for a party. It is more than just a love for one group of people. It is a love for Jamaica. And that's why me join with the JLP and say me I choose Jamaica. And I can tell you, listen, I am predicting 55 seats. I am predicting 55 seats. 55, right? I'm going to get to a second for 52. But I am predicting 55 seats. I am telling you, Jamaican people, wake up. Wait, let me pause and play. Let me pause and play my anthem for that one. Look at my laptop there. Don't go nowhere. Me play the anthem because we are ready. All who ready for win? Show me. I am a Christian. Jacqueline. I am a Christian. Ready? Hey, what's up?
Is our everlasting song. Unity and progress will make our nation strong.
Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom bell.
Remember us, the man, till we serve you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom bell.
Remember Buster Man.
Till we serve you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell. Stand up, sons and daughters, your only hope is in the bell. God will guide our progress and make our nation strong.
for your rights. When you hear the bell, stand up for justice. Hear the justice. Hear the freedom bell. Jamaicans, when you hear the bell, stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell. All right, so the person that asked the question, about which church I go, I attend Apostolic, Shiloh Apostolic. Now the person that is saying that, I think I heard you say you're a Christian, but you're an hypocrite. Look here. You ever hear Jamaican terms of words don't hurt? Angel, Mitchell, word does not hurt. So if you think that because you say that that is gonna hurt me, sorry, too bad for you. Too bad for you. That doesn't hurt me. Yes, I go to Apostolic. Jacqueline, why do Jacqueline? And that is let me click off of politics here a minute and talk to them Christian people again. So me I go talk to them church dry. People, wanna stop talk fully. Listen to me. Hello. You know, I never used to wear color. I never in election. I always support, like, let me tell you how this start. And if I'm to be honest in all of this, I started to even get involved in politics. As I said, I grew up into a area that is politically affiliated. My church that I go to. So all the people and we are talk. Let me go straight. My church that I go to is a straight PMP church. Everybody in there PMP activists. They work election day and then color everything. At that point, I was not so much because I always have a little I was on a little doubt because there are certain things that I don't really believe in. So at one point, I never really used to, so. But then I remember one night I went to church too, and I wear a plain green shirt, right? And somebody attacked me about it and say, politics time and you wear this come a church and all of that. And the person that attacked me, the other person had on a PMP armband on him, and I was like, look at that. But anyways, I formed a youth group. As I said, I am a no man, me just give an overall view of how me start choose and me decide because I never stand for my own. You understand? Me I stand for people view, and even now, a lot of us, what do you call glory? Jacqueline, what do you call glory? Because them say, God, there's a different, and people, what is GAD? And what is GOD? In the Bible, you have capital GOD, and you have common GOD. Now, does that differentiate who God is? And how do you share a glory with God? Now, you see, Jamaican people, we not real, Some are we not real. Some are we don't real. And why I say some are we not real? Me I'm gonna say this so now. I see Mark Golding went to some place the other day. Not recently. It happened, I think it happened before the local government election. And I saw Peter Phillip as well. They went to some place and they took something and they rub it up in them head. And to the thing where rub up and they told, I think it was a maroon place. I think it no reds. But think of the maroon place and go and he takes something and he rub it, right? He rub it in her head and when the center, there's something lick him. And they told him that that's the victory oil. Now, you as a Christian who sit down and see Jamaica when I believe in all of these things. And I say all of them here something here. And we still sit down and we continue. We say we are Christian. You get what I say? And me see other stuff too. Me see Jamaica no believe in the homophobia thing, the this, and them a tell us say them a go contribute all of these things and all of them or something, all of them there. But anyways, let me get back to the story. So I formed a youth club, and the youth club me give the option to the youths to name it. So they name it Streetlight Red, right? And then somebody went ahead. Somebody went ahead and they took the club to a PMP office, registered the club as a PMP club. Now, I did not form a political club, whether JLP or PMP. I formed a youth club for the community. That was my vision, to form a youth club. Now, then take it and then do that. Anyways, and in their thingy, then put me as the secretary for the group. All right, when it come back, I asked about the ins and outs of it, and they said that it's a youth group, and that if the party want help out and all of that. Now me never see benefit. Every year it come, me sign, not every year, about one time me sign my signature to it for it to renew, right? Then me not see benefit of it. Then me I say that's not the reason why. So that automatically made me a delegate of the PMP party. So that's how I became a delegate then. Now, note this, and I'm publicly saying this, note this. I never tell anybody that I want to be a PMP or a JLP. This I want to be a community person. But because this so happened, one day again, I was asked to go to a meeting. No, note this, they did not tell me it was a PMP meeting. They told me that it was a meeting and that we're going to go. Me carry a book. I'll book. Me carry got figure a meeting, you know. You know where we end up? We end up down at Treasure Beach, Panny Beach, where they have a PMP party. And in the bus, we go down there, amount of bad words, song play. I remember me a Christian, you know, and the amount of something what they do. And anyways, I still observe and observe. When they reach certain time, I see club now come to nothing. I went ahead and I formed a new club, right? And the new club that me formed, again, this time I went and I registered the club. So I registered the club with Marcus Garvey Youth Information Center. So the club automatically registered under the Ministry of Youth and Culture, the Youth and Education. So nobody, Ministry of Education, nobody could have come and go registered elsewhere because it's already registered as secondary of the club. Now, as a community person and thing, and me an observer, me still see things and go on and so forth. I went ahead. I kept a sensation session where I invite Marcus Garvey Youth Information Center. And these are facts that me I tell you. They came at the church and I invite young people and, then do assessment of the community and the young people and the needs assessment. When we complete the needs assessment, I was sitting in the church and I felt like me still not accomplished something yet. So I went over to them and said, could we get Archers NTA to come like at a nearby, because for a person in the community to go to like the Archers school to get training, it's gonna cost them and not everybody's able to afford it and so forth, right? So I said to them that all right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna try. They said I'm gonna speak to Archers NTA manager and get back to me. They went ahead, speak to the manager, get back to me, and we say, all right, what? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a school, and if we get the school and so forth, then we could do what we do. So we went ahead and we do that and thing. And all of the people Archers approve it, and the people go to school and get their certificate. Now they are certified. They are certified as housekeepers. 18 of them was able to graduate with a certificate, a level 2 certificate as a housekeeper. I personally did that. You see, before I even went to the graduation, before I start the program, I text the I get the member of parliament number and I text her and I said, listen, maybe if you help to push this, then at the end of the day, I won't get the glory, you will get the glory. And it will show you that at least. They never respond to me. Anyways, when the graduation time come, she sent representative come. She never come herself. She said representative come. And the graduation up. Now everybody come and talk about Alonzo and this and that and that. God says what? All right. It end up that after that, I only thing take the glory. I'm frightened to hear people say, who do this and who do that and all of them do something there. Right? And I'm like, huh? And me walk and got Archer Cynthia, you know? Me walk and go Archers NTA and go get get all of them and carry Archers NTA in a school in the church and do risk assessment and everything, you know. All right. End up that me go back again and me build a community sign and all of that and thing. And all of them the stuff they then take it and then put it as one of them project and thing. And I'm saying, and me push the effort to do them or something here. But I get what I say? And when me look and me see all of these things, no, a lot of community. Me don't really want to call the community the community name on here, Damien. But a lot of areas, our community are suffering. A lot of communities are suffering. And if I'm as a Christian, I'm gonna say this. And probably, Jacqueline, sorry, but this is something this is something that Jacqueline probably won't agree with me on, and any other Christian on my platform that is listening to me, you won't agree with me on this. But I am just honest in anything that I say or do. The church has done less for the communities. The presence of the church is not felt in the communities. And this is why we can't bash politicians. And this is why we can't bash people who decide to put themselves out to represent their community or to represent them who's whatsoever. Because the truth of the matter is, we do less to the people. If we were doing our duty as a church, then most of what we are now saying, right? Most of what we are now saying, then we would not be saying it. And nobody would have to talk about politics or anything because we would have been doing our community. I'm doing our duty. Now, I can bring Bible verse to you as well. Now, let's hear what the Bible says. Israel had kings, and these kings they were not godly. Check the Bible again. The kings that were in the Bible, not all of them were godly. And the king stood as the head of the head of the area, the head of Israel. David was not godly. Yet still God said that David was a man of his own heart. Nebuchadnezzar was not godly. God struck him down at one point. But they were kings that were placed there to rule over Israel. So the leaders of your country, they may not be what we expect them to be. Right? But at the end of the day, the Bible said they do not bear the sword in vain. So when we're going to come biblical, we have got to go to what the Bible says. The Bible says, David, remember that David wanted to, when David wanted to pursue Saul, when Saul was going against him. And the Lord said, touch not the Lord anointing. The word came to him, touch not the Lord anointing and do his prophet no harm. So at the end of the day, when we're going to be biblical, we've got to come good. And you can't just take out one verse out of the Bible and read it and say, oh yeah, the Bible said this. Because the Bible is not a private interpretation. It is, I remember Bible. Let me read one scripture I'm going to hear. Morning, Elaine, you wanted to say something? Let me get my Bible. For the persons that say Christian must not vote or Christian must not have a say, I would want you to find the Bible verse. And that's why, all right, thank you, Bibbs. But that's why, because we elect a government, now if we, the church, stand off and don't support the government, how do we expect? No, they know the church supposed to play a high role in the policy making of the country as the head of affair. The church supposed to play because if there's a law or something that is in the Constitution that will go against the right of the people, the church supposed to stand there to say no. But the church is sleeping. So when we come up and we talk about Christianity, and we are the same one because we believe so we're holy and sanctimonious. Listen, I am a preacher. I am a minister of the gospel. I travel the length and breadth of Jamaica and preach. And guess what happened? If me standing on what I believe, a person will say that you can't preach around my pulpit or you can't preach at my church. I will walk to the street and preach to those on the street. But I am serious when it comes on to integrity, when it comes on to truth and right. We have to stand up for it. If you stand for nothing, you will fall for anything. That's what I know. So sometimes we say, oh, we don't believe in a politics and we know this and we know that. But at the end of the day, we have to understand. All right, so let me read the scripture when we look for. Anyways, Romans chapter 9. I think I have Romans chapter 13. I'm going to say it's chapter 10. All right. So here it says here, Romans chapter 13. Let every soul be subjected unto the higher power, for there is no power but of God. The powers that are to be ordained of God. Whosoever therefore resisted the power, resisted the ordinances of God. And they that resisted shall be, sorry, let me read that again. Resisted the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. So verse 3, let's hear what verse 3 says. It says that, for rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Will thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of God to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid of he, for he beareth not the sword in vain, for he is a minister of God, and a revenger to execute the wrath upon him that evil. Now, we have to understand that the country leaders, right? Now, my question again, for the people and the Christian them, no disrespect, and I understand, as I said on my Facebook platform, you know, as I, not the body of Christ, Jacqueline, go back and there, and I can find more scriptures. That's why I tell you that you can just go in the scriptures. Now, remember, the kings, let's go back to Israel. Did they have a prime minister of Israel during Paul time? Did they have a prime minister? Did they have a president of Israel during Paul time and the rest of apostles? Or did they have king? Now, how do we come down from kings to prime minister and leaders? How do we do that? Let's go biblical. Let's go to the roots. Right? So these are things that we have to understand. We have to understand that when we're talking about Bible, right? When we're talking about Bible, we have to go the root of the scripture, and we have to go the root in order to come across. Else we're gonna just go around. So when it comes to yeah, go ahead.
Alonso,
Huh?
I want to ask Jacqueline, was it Andrew Holness who called himself Bro God, or was it the people who gave him the name Bro God? Was it Andrew Holness that will come out and say him name Bro God, or the people them give him the name Bro God?
And every time Andrew come out on a stage, you hear mention God. And I mean, you know, no, I mean serious now when I say this, Mrs. Always. I mean serious. I mean very, very, very serious. I don't know. I am not a fan of everybody. I am not a fan of everybody, to be honest with you. And even leaders from both sides, I am not a fan, right? But he did not say God, Jacqueline, that's the thing. All right, let me break this down. Andrew, they say God, Bro God, right? And they use it in a humor, right? To say that, yeah. Now, the sense that come across this is that one cannot worship one as God if the heart is not connected to that. How do God know worship? How do God know true people? God know true people by your heart, right? You remember when God went send them to go choose a kingdom of Israel, and then and Samuel look on the other one, them God say, me look on the heart. But you get what I say? No, you have to understand there's a difference between G-O-D, and if you read the Bible, you will see that there's a difference between G-O-D and G-A-D, or G-O-D and common G-O-D. Right? So it is not God as in the true and living God. And everybody know that for you know, say, to be honest with you, we know, but sometimes we play ignorant to these things. We play ignorant to these things. Because there's no way the church could have silent when oh yeah, the prime minister classify himself as God, and oh yeah, These are just unethical. Dennis, you wanted to say something? So yeah, so Andrew no call himself God, and Andrew Holness is not God. We all know. Yes, Capel are capable. You want to say something? All right, I can go ahead. Me give her.
You see, sometimes as Christian, we use the scripture them, we misplace them in different contexts. But the way how we supposed to use the scripture and edify our own ourselves, we don't do it. You understand? We want to use the scripture to edify everybody else, but we don't use it to edify our own ourselves.
Exactly. I agree with that. And guess what happened? That's why a lot of persons are being deceived, because guess what? They we spend money. And this is we spend money, we pay bills, we pay tax. And if you check out it, 95% are Christian. Let me not put it so much. 50% are Christian live in a rural areas, well across Jamaica. Bridge light. And bridge light a thief.
Exactly.
Let me talk it through. And
Exactly.
but if they that are bridging the light, and let us just be a factual, if they that are bridging the light was able to pay light bill, right, and all of these things and so forth, some of them will not bridge it, because the truth of the matter is a lot of them, conscience are leak them. I grew up in a area where them bridge light and all of that. And the other day, Darrell Vaz, Minister Darrell Vaz, actually coming with a program where can currently have some light posts up in my area where a person can, as a year Andrew Holness talk about it, you can get a digital meter. And then there's something I support the government for. Those are the reasons I support the government. Change the policy, change the face of the community, change the nature of the community. Those are what you vote for. So when a person come and tell me, say, Christian, not this and Christian, not that, he come like he does tell me one something and it come to the next one. You know get what I say? Because I grew up, me tell you, me say, me I just want clear packy. And me just go talk it to all of who want cuss me. That's just word. I grew up seeing people put up light. I put up light, pan wire. Me grow up and I look pan people if you run when light man a come. Sunday people a run. Me grow up go see all of them there's something there. Me grow up go see when at one nearby community at one night a young lady died. Current wire kill one young lady at one other adjoining district. And them there's something that we grew up on. So we are going to remain in it. So when we support a party, we support a party on the basis of change. So whether you're Christian, all right, let me go back to this. Let me go back down to this. So if we are a Christian, right? What is? Oh, okay. Jamaica. Yes, as I was saying. So, as a Christian, me don't want to see people continue, my people them continue a bridge light. Me don't want to see them do something there. Me don't want to see all of them as up here continue go on. You look at what me I say. But at the end of the day, we have to, how it go stop. It's by the help of God. But again, the preacher preached something yesterday, Jacqueline. The preacher, two-person preach, exhortation and a preacher. And the exhorter said, I want you to hear this before you go. The exhorter said, wait. The exhorter said, take the limit off God. And the preacher said, effort, come with effort. So in order for you to win, yes, in order for you to achieve anything, so all of what we achieve in our life, if there was no government, there could not be any policies. Just be honest. And if there was no policies, then there could not be achievements, no matter what we do. God, that's why the Bible says God gives knowledge that creates wealth, and which add no sorrow. So we have to understand that, yes, we love God. And if we want to be a true Christian, if we want to be a true, but we just admit the truth. Let us just go to the fact. Yes, I understand person may not want to share their political affiliation. I understand that person may say, oh, me not feel like more vote. But when it comes on to Christianity, do not allow us to cause a mindset to say, oh yeah, because you're a Christian, you don't have a voice, or because you're a Christian, you're not supposed to vote. That is not true. That's not true. Israel had to vote. Israel have to select who they want to be king. Israel had to one point, Israel had to do all of these things. If up to this point, right? And if Israel said that their God choose a nation, how about us that is a little nation in a Jamaica, a little Caribbean nation? Whether you're Christian or not, you have a voice, you have a right to choose your political affiliation. You have Marcus Garvey said, every man to their own destiny, or every man have a own destiny. So you have a right. Only ensure that whatsoever decision that you make, right? Ensure that whatsoever decision. All right, but look here. Thank you. You see, I won't call his name on here, but you're mentioning Jacqueline. You see, that man came up and he said something, and everybody jumped behind him and everybody run go support him. Now the entire world have been suffering from that decision. That one decision that they made. This is why I said that you have a right, and I know that Christian in Jamaica suffer from it now, because the Christian they were there Jamaica would have want to travel come to America. When you think about it, the Christian they were there Jamaica would have want to come to America after these laws that were passed the other day. That is, them implement them. Some of them are going to face the consequence of not able to afford, right? And all of these are because of bad decision. As what me hear the Prime Minister would say. A bad decision cause them or something here now. So that's why you have to think, and that's why the church cannot.
But Alonso, the Bible also tells us to pray for the kings and them that win a high position, that they may lead a peaceful and quiet life, which means it urges us as people or Christian, we pray for the rulers regardless, pray for the leaders of the country regardless of whether we agree with them or not.
Exactly.
The Bible tells we not so we pray for them. You understand? Pray for them.
Exactly. But Jacqueline, I have a question down there. Jacqueline said something down there, made a statement that I want to say something to her. She said,
look at them, those that the bottom boxer. The name tonight, Kevin Bass. And those that no.
What one? You want to say something, Kevin?
And those that tonight.
Oh, are you in the boxers, Kevin?
Yeah, man.
Oh, all right. So, Jacqueline says that we all get up. We all to get up. Fingers up. They're not even giving church nothing. Now remember, all right. And a lot of church benefit from politics. I'm not gonna say that. A lot of churches individually, I know churches that benefit big time from politics. Whether outside of my own apostolic affiliation, other churches benefit big time from it. Right?
Alonso, because all right, say we don't have no government. Take away PNP, take away JLP. Who will govern the country? Who will speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves? Who will defend the rights of the poor and the needy? Take away PNP, take away JLP. Who will do that?
Somebody
No,
have
but
to
the
be.
truth of the matter, you know. The truth of the matter, you know. The truth of the matter is, have to be able to. But so wait there. So I am saying, my big question is, Jacqueline, we have a prime minister, and in respective of whatever political affiliation we want to have, in regards of whatever we want to believe, when I fully respect Andrew Holness, but in COVID-19. In COVID-19, I have seen Andrew Holness work. I mean, him work, everything was not up to par at one, but him and work. You
Honest,
get what
my blood clot.
I was it? And I had to, literally, me tell you, I had to literally, say, no man, that man a deserve, because how much are we here have the excuse to do what Andrew do to the whole entire Jamaica, to the whole entire Jamaica in our hand. You imagine that, it come like a driver, all a driver them what go and tear door. All of the driver them with the pan here, we have a license. We don't know, we don't care one car full of people. I don't know, so we have to drive to the best, because if accident or anything happen, we don't know, so we know in a deep, we don't have how much life in our hand. That was Andrew Holness during pandemic. And all that who criticize him, and all, how much of us could have really withstand that? The pressure that come with. When other country lock we out, when we can't go other country. And you see how funny it is, and how some of we are Christian, how some of we wicked and stay. And I'm just being honest in saying this. Trinidad and Tobago, even long after pandemic, people who live at Trinidad and Tobago could not travel go anywhere outside of Trinidad, or could not travel to certain countries. Long after pandemic. And Trinidad people still will have to keep it and take it. And because when Andrew Holness said to them, we get up every day and talk about what will come, what will happen in the last days. And we say in the last days, perilous time shall come, man shall be haters, man shall be lovers of himself. And we talk Bible, and we go on and we preach Bible. When the time come, the Prime Minister said because of the pandemic, only 12 persons for God church. Some of we know God church, and that we want. And some of we turn and we cuss out church, we cuss out government, and we cuss out this and we cuss out that.
Exactly. Some of them not even go online. Even when church I keep online, some of them not even, they never avail themselves either go online and yet they home same way. So I mean, I see the big difference. Like them will come and say this and say that.
Exactly. And to add to that too, Mrs. Always, right now, Jamaican churches, a large population of Jamaican churches have been using social media to broadcast their service. You know, when that birth up officially, officially during pandemic, when people have to stay home and watch. So there are a lot of stuff that we not even look on. Some things come and benefit where we not even look on it. We just get up, and because we don't like the party, we cuss Christian. Yeah, oh, thank you. Up to now, some of them still there in yard and now got church. That's true. You understand? Some of them when want the pandemic come long time for they not got church. So
That are not even half of it. We are said this and we are said that as Christian. We are judging. Remember, the people outside them are look on we inside of the church. At the end of the day, some of we Christian, we can't even go say one word to them because we are live some life where we and them are buck up in the same place, so we're not supposed to buck up with them in the first place. So how are we how we are gonna dictate to them and tell them, say, don't do this, don't do that, come to Christ, and we not live no life for them come. So what are you going to tell them? Oh, don't vote because if Andrew a thief, Mark going a thief. The whole of them a thief. One thief make many thief. The whole of them a thief. If so be the case, all of them thief money.
exactly.
All of them make some wrong decision. All of them compromise. So once we know ourselves in Christ, then no matter with them, once we have the value, once we stand up for what we believe in, whatever them have to do, no have nothing to do with me. Them a make them a make them law. Them a make them law. Them a make them law. But remember, say we have a law too to follow. That them law after the is just for now. But we have the law to follow in the Bible. Do good. And we will still not do good. Because we still a gossip. We still a slander our brother and sister. We still a fornicate. We still a hide do the sin them.
Every other sin. This is always, we point out every other sin. And we point out sin to people and we say, oh, you're sinner because, you talk politics and you're that. And you see the one day when I talk politics, and the one day where the wicked this. And listen, I am one person, you know. You see when I talk and so forth, the only one knows to me have a free conscience. And if I even church me there preach, everybody know me stay. Me have a free conscience. Me just say what me say, and wherever the tree fall, there lies. Sometimes the spirit of hypocrisy is one where we look at the least, you know. We look at fornication, adultery, thief, lie, all of them there, you name it. Bad mind and all of that. But you see, hypocrisy is something where we not pay attention to. And the Bible says if you do 99 and not do the half, and not do the one. You do 99 and you still not do one, you know, you still can't make it in, you know. So might as well we do, and this is why I'm a person, every time I think about it, I say, I'm a person, you know, I rather to express how I feel more than hide. I cannot hide and I cannot hide. I will express how I feel. So you see, if I am upset, everybody will know. I am not gonna do it in a sense where I'm gonna cause me know if I conduct myself. So you're not gonna really hear me express it in a one way where me I cuss out people and me I cuss bad word and me I do all of that and I don't do those. And again the Bible says you can angry, but say not. Because some of them will come at me and say, you know, if you're angry or not. The Bible says angry but sin not. Jesus going to the temple and see them a cell and sitting. And what Jesus do? Jesus said, turn over the table them and say, take my father's house as a den of thief. And what? So we have to just talk. And Fabian, what going?
I'll see you, brother Alonso.
Everything good?
Yeah, man, everything good, man. We want to back, you know, because you know, we hear a leader, you know, so you're the most recommended to the community, you know that.
Me so sorry say the election call with me. Well, me I come down before it, man. After nomination, me I come down.
Yeah, man, we want a strong leader for the area because you know the situation already. You know we need a strong leader and you are the only person for me to represent.
Man. But me ready, man. Me there hear people, so many people them cuss me out say Christian not in a politics.
No, but you have to take the all right. Everybody have all different religion and only Christian alone a religion. You have Rastafari and all other different religion. So you have to take the religion out of the politics and things. We have to think about ourselves.
But tell them the population and Christian will support the other party in a full community.
Yeah, I'll say about 98%, about 2% are JLP in a different community because you know, say our place is a garrison politics because from the day my father come see PMP around and my father dead and gone and me there now and I still PMP around so I wanna see no difference. But I say certain MP you know do certain things to the community, you know, but those MP pass and gone and the other one them part come now. They're not doing anything, they don't continue the legacy, so we're gonna need somebody to carry on the thing.
Exactly. So that's why I tell them so we have to change. We want change. You want to see change.
Yeah, we want to see a changes. And if we get a change and it still not work out and we see a lead up on the other side and work with the community and make sure say a changes are going, we still gonna support them because it's not all about the party, but this is the party that is in now, them not doing anything. So we then change them and see if a better thing will then go on. And if the person we change to still not go on with nothing, we still are concerned about ourselves. We still change them back again, regardless of what them serve. If a PMP, we still will go with them as long as them work with the community.
Exactly.
But we definitely need a change now. We need a change now.
And that me I try if you can. That me I try if you tell the person them so listen. We will come grow up in that the era they know. We know what it takes and we know what it is. You understand? So
Yeah.
when people jump up and talk about politics, then I understand. Oh, but before me even continue politics talk, you know me why you build one something for me one more they go on there, but guess what? You might have to get the material for me, you know. As me say, I come next week. Time against me.
Yeah.
You might have to get the material for me and see how quick you can do it. Because I want to content.
Yeah, man, you can't get my number. If I'm your mother, you can't get my number for your mother. You call me away. We talk about that.
Yeah, man, me have to do that like urgent because I want to come done.
Okay.
But on a real note, man, the people them want. So, that decide to look maybe and then look like they're ready. Done they?
We ready, but we need somebody like you to get the thing together.
Yeah. Me correspond
Ready?
online.
Because we ready to make a changes in the but you know, say we're gonna need some strong leader to do most of the groundwork for the changes to go on. You see it, so
Yeah.
we're gonna need you. We definitely need you.
Yeah, come done, man, because certain things have to put in place. Me talk to Mr. Peart. We did our team last week.
Yes.
And so
We go on workers meeting the other night out
of Alderton.
Yeah, out of Allerton, yes.
Yeah, me and them went
By talking, we decide we know so we gonna need a person like you to come and set the ground because enough people ready, but we still need you to come around now and get things together. So you know we gonna need you.
Me I come down, man. Me so glad because when I think they other way further down, but like for nomination, they and so forth and have to stand up for that part. Me try to say me can make certain arrangements. Certain arrangement when me can make certain arrangement when me can make from here. The nomination day we try make it with the rest of them.
Okay, sir.
But we're ready, man. Southeast Central people, them ready.
We have a strong leader now, you know, we just need the back to you know, because this appeared seems to be a people person, you know.
Yeah, man, in good man. That's why me actually give him my support. Hello, me tell you about Mr. Peart, my candidate. So when they just meet him, you know. First time, a matter of fact, he went and asked me for run for councillor. He did ask me for run for councillor. I tell him say that there's something where we can get up and make a decision. A decision like that. That's something I have to pray about.
But if you're willing, you know, we reach 100%, you know.
Tell him say that's something we have to pray about that thing. So after that's what come I get for you know, talk and thing. I talk to him and say somebody will have hate for anybody. So I just see people them fi make up their mind, give him a chance. As me say no, people 81 years. Calculate 81 years. PMP I win for 81 years. Never lose. Never lose.
And from Gilbert till now, I'll now Stone still there for Ulster up here. During the 81 year, what a PMP leader, so we want a difference.
I remember say most of them a person that where Stone up on Ulster who support PMP for all of them the years.
Yeah, definitely.
He's Mr. Adian.
Mrs. San say we need more Christian leaders. San, why you think say Christian no partake in our politics? Because they are going to do the same thing with the leaders. You think we not perfect in a San bless? They are going to do the same thing. If they try, they are going to tell lie. They are going to thief up the money same way. They are going to do the same thing with the leaders. They are do what they say the leaders. They are going to do the same thing. So that's why they cannot go into politics, and that's why they bash politics so much, because them see themselves doing the same things too.
Yeah, they don't think about the integrity part. They say like you understand? Maybe they say look here. Let's see. Oh, me not no
So
good
no,
speak.
so no matter how they want growing or no want growing, if Christian leaders go in a politics, you have to strong for no thief, for no tell lie, and for no going at temptation.
For the person who asked me about Mr. Peart, that is Mr. Peart.
Good morning.
Morning, morning, sir.
Yes, so based on the Christian, more Christian to go into politics. When you talk about Christian, you're talking about somebody that is Christ-like, somebody that is, bringing out the characteristics of Jesus Christ. Because temptation will come, the trials will come, the tests will come. But you have to remember who you are and who you represent. Because as a Christian going into politics, it's not about the color. It's about, ensure that the people, they are well be taken care of. Ensuring that you are going in it to make a difference. You're not going in it to do what the others are doing. So you have to stand up and your Christian walk and know, say, listen, man, I'm going to this thing, I'm not going there for the money, I'm not going there for the fame, I'm not going there for be to go up on a pedestal, I'm going there for do my work, to do what I am going in there to do. So right now, what I am seeing different from that, because I hear a lot of people talking about, even while I come on the live, I see people talking about time come and I hearing it a lot. But if we should be honest with ourselves, with this government, I am not saying Andrew Holness is a perfect man, but the work that Andrew has done in Jamaica, we must applaud him because he has done so much, even COVID. This man has done a lot that other first world country have not done. And how a little Jamaica has to go through pandemic and go through it so good. You understand? Even other world leaders is wondering what our government has done to handle this COVID so good. You understand what I'm saying? So we must appreciate the one that man have done. People are coming out and they are bashing him. Yes, Andrew Wallace is can do what you can do, and this man is trying his